are here and we are live. Little EGFC action continues now. That's the Electronic Gaming Federation collegiate side. My desk is so cluttered. Oh my, oh my. FBI Tugboat here with Quantum Death Cat. We got Paz down there producing away and making our jobs as casters just so much easier, and we do appreciate that. Up first here, QDC, University of North Dakota, taking on Siena College.
Yeah, Siena doing pretty well so far this season. 7-4. The comeback here from the nice little winter break.
Yep.
Siena seems to be doing well, and I mean they I think it's going to continue that way today. But UND are going to try and put up a fight.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. University of North Dakota. I think it was over that Christmas time. They are obviously at 1-8, about to be playing their 10th game. So I think they'll have a little bit of makeup action at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Siena College at 7-4. Obviously played 11 of their games. This is week 12 now of the EGFC. Obviously, just in case you've been an EGFC viewer of the past, and now you haven't necessarily got to check us out recently. There's now the two different splits over the collegiate school year, right? So obviously
Yeah.
that starts in fall, continues on into spring, and 8 weeks apiece. You guys can do the math. We're in week 12 now, which means once we're done with this game, we will be 50% over with the second semester, with the spring semester, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes.
And 75% done with the actual full season itself,
Yes, yes,
obviously.
yes. Yeah, good point. Good point. Numbers, math, people. We
Yes.
got University of North Dakota coming out of the West Division. Siena College, I believe, is a MAC conference school. Let me get this up right quick. Siena College, yes, Siena College back from the MAC. Yes, indeed. Next game we'll have on is Tennessee and RIT.
Ooh,
That'll be a barn burner as well.
yeah.
RIT coming out of the East and Tennessee coming out of the East. So that will be a conference matchup here. The next game, we got plenty of Rocket League action going on today. Plenty of casters working as well, and this is the beginning of what, like a 6-hour run of Rocket League QDC.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a long day today. 8 matches are on the program. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to stick around and watch 6+ hours of Rocket League, you are more than welcome to, as game number 1 is underway.
Absolutely. Getting on
Oh,
into this one, Buddy Bowler. Nope. Okay, so it's an issue here. I think not all three players got in or something like that. Not a big deal. We'll get that one started here in just a second. Let's take it on over to the stats and use this time to kind of talk about this one. Again, Siena College coming out of the MAC. So, talking about division standings, right? I'll talk about Siena if you'd like to
yep,
roll over the University of North Dakota. 4-1 within the conference. Again, the MAC conference there for Siena. Third there out of what, a total of 9. Yeah, so Marist College and Iona College on top there. Iona a little bit newer to the EGFC. Marist College obviously a pretty long standing participant here at the Electronic Gaming Federation collegiate side, the
yeah.
EGFC.
Yeah, and on the side of UND, I mean, they've been having it rough so far, but as you said, they do have some makeup left to do. Obviously,
Hmm.
they have had one bye so far, one bye week. I think they'll play 2 games in one of the next following weeks, so it will definitely get them back up there. But
Yep.
1-8, it's looking rough, but at least they have that one win, right? Obviously, that does help the morale a bit. And I mean, maybe they can get themselves a second here. It would be quite the upset, but I mean, anything is possible, right? It's Rocket League.
Yeah. I mean, just taking it to the numbers, I would love to see the University of North Dakota take at least a game right here. We
Mhm.
never want to see 3-0 sweeps, but
No.
if that's going to happen, obviously I would like it to happen in between two teams that have, similar things to lose, right? Like similar
Yes.
records there, and have a loss mean, just as much, if not more, to one of the teams that may not have been anticipated to come through there. Always pulling for the underdog. We are. If there were lines, it would be drawn between a 3-0 victory for the University of North, 3-0 victory for Siena College, and a 3-1 victory for Siena College.
All right. Well, game number 1 will be underway. I'll leave it to you.
We are back on over to this right side. Allure right here for the University of North Dakota. We've seen plenty what this player can do. Baskeller over on the other side. Jobster up to this one, but Buddy Bowler sends this one rocketing out. There's the University of North Dakota on the left in the green. In the right, that's Rathskeller and the rest of Siena College in the white.
Yes, sir. As Jobster finds himself the first goal of the series, 1-0 here for himself and his team 6, getting that straight down into the crease, and Euler could not find the tackle in time or the clear.
They could not. They could not. Back on here to the middle. Allure popping this one right side, answering it instantly is it X6IX? We'll call him X6, just for the caster's convenience here.
I think it's just 6, yeah. I just called him 6.
Okay.
I think it sounds pretty fair, right?
Just 6 then. Sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, no, it's XSIX. Okay, yep, I'm the dumb one. Sorry about that, guys. 6 right here. 1 minute into this one, and Siena College up 1-0.
Oh man. Well, 1 minute down, we can already see just a bit here out of Siena, but University of North Dakota showing a bit of fight for sure, and that's the great part, right? Siena is not going full blow for blow right now, but University of North Dakota here showing that they do have a little bit in the tank and could maybe put up a fight here.
Buddy Bowler popping this one towards the middle. Speaking of putting up a fight, that's Allure now with the hit down. Rathskeller hand has been forced. I feel like University of North Dakota is playing pretty well right now. Once again, underdogs numerically. When you're talking about the win-loss records here, people.
Yep.
And a 1-0, I mean, a lead of 1 is no real lead, so.
No, of course not. And it wasn't exactly a weak goal, right? But it was a great team goal. But obviously, mistakes like that, which we just saw out of 6, where it's really close, but he just missed the ball. He had an opportunity to put that in, right? And that's going to allow UND here to have a nice little matchup. I think they'll have a good fight to put up.
They will. Rathskeller on over to 6. 6 back on over to the third member right here. That's Jobster. Excuse me. That's Jobster for Siena College. Buddy Bowler now on a solid little run to this right side. Pop it against the backboard. And more Allure tries to rocket this one down. And a very solid attempt there from the University of North Dakota.
Oh, wow. That was so close. Halfway through this game. Still that 1-0 lead here for Siena. But, oh my goodness, that shot nearly went in. That was so close. That's a nice little setup play by UND. Maybe we'll see more of that as a shot goes through the crease very menacingly. Again, it's in the crease. This UND team has a lot of offensive pressure at the current moment. I really like what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, this is, and both teams playing some pretty solid offense, pretty solid defense. You kind of said it best. I think Siena College got that first goal just off the back of some really impressive points or passes into points, really. And then just on the other side, UND again really showing up on defensive side. So again, a very, very evenly matched game we have so far.
Agreed. As we have less than 100 seconds left on this clock, Rathskeller tries to beat out one, but he can't put it in. Oh man, he just put that ball a little bit too wide, but Jobster steals the ball away and takes it over to 6, who can't put it in. And again, Jobster's gonna pass it back. That's a really smart play to be able to keep the ball in your possession and allow for 2 scoring chances.
85 seconds or so right here. Back on over to the middle, Rathskeller slowing this one down. I don't think Siena College is getting to that keep away play quite yet. That would just be a dangerous move at 1-0, right?
Very dangerous play with 60 seconds left, especially. I would think that they'd want to put pressure, right? It's not exactly that they're giving this one up. That would be preposterous as, oh man, that was so close to going in. That's a nice little, very forward-thinking play there out of Buddy Bowler.
40 seconds to go here. Yeah, you said it. Like, what, that explosion across the middle, that was an opportunity to open these things up. Not really going to matter so much right now, though. Back down to this right side and a roller here. Every few seconds that gets burned off right here is going to be advantage Siena.
For sure. Because the longer they wait here, the less time you have to tie up this game. But there's still opportunity. And University of North Dakota here definitely having the offensive pressure, but that miss out of Zoom Gamer might be the GG's as that ball goes towards the net, stopped by Euler, and the countdown has begun. 6 seconds left off the back wall. Can it find Buddy? No, it can't. Zoom needs to keep this up, but he can't do so. Siena will win the first game 1-0, and that was nearly 2-0 had there been 2 extra seconds on that clock.
Really was. UND played UT twice. Okay, yeah, we were Kind of thinking about this record a little bit, given that the University of North Dakota is doing pretty well within their conference. The
Yeah.
simple fact is, playing UTA twice and Montana twice already is not going to be positive stuff. But this one goes all the way down to the wire. I loved this game
Yeah.
right here. Again, mathematically, on board, what we have to go off of is that 7-4 team just gonna be coming in to this one. But at the end of the day, this one's very, very close, and this is really anybody's match. Again, QDC, I really feel like a lead of one is no real lead indeed, and this is
Yeah.
a very, very close game with two teams that really just did battle for 5 minutes.
5 minutes of, I mean, a lot of UND offensive pressure, right? And that was some great defense out of Siena. That was all Siena defense that kept that game as close as it was, because UND had all the opportunities, right? They had all the chances. They let one slip in really early on, 30 seconds in, and then it was all them for the rest of the match, and Siena was up to the challenge. That's
Mhm.
why the game had just so low scoring.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. I'm with it. I would love to see what happens if the University of North Dakota gets a real like swinging chance at this, and especially if they're able to push these one-on-one encounters, offensively. If they're really like able to put the thumb screws on to this defense and push it to one-on-ones right there. That I think they will be able to get through there, slip in a couple goals, and will really have a matchup then.
Definitely agree. Game number 2 is underway in 6. Trying to put this in, but Euler will take it away. It is stolen, but put back into the corner, as already these first 15 seconds have a little bit of kick to them, right? Just a bit of extra heart beating.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. 30 seconds into this one. Buddy Bowler rocketing this one on the outside. And I think Siena's going to put this one in after the University of North Dakota puts everything into offense. I'm not against the look. This is a really hard angle to hit, but Six definitely does nail it. And that's about as centered up as you could get.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, third man back there pushed a little bit too much, and that's what happens, right? When you push it just a little bit too high and you're expecting the rotations to be able to come back earlier, yeah, sometimes that does happen as the opportunity comes in. The ball is on the goal line, but it's going to be cleared away. And again, UND with all the opportunities, they just can't put it in. The defense faster than the offense right now.
It really has just been a difference in speed thus far. Pop play, right side, trying to ground it to Six. Notice an attempted pass on over to Jobster. That's not really going to come out of much. A couple attempted defensive clears here, and this is really the first one that's going to go for Six. Now Six gives it up to Jobster. Jobster tries to land the plane on this one. Not going to happen. No fly zone here, they say.
No fly zone indeed. 3:40 left on this clock here in Siena. Starting to show up a bit more offensively here. Jobster gets stopped by Euler, and it's going to be cleared up by Zune. And I feel like there's now some great back and forth. Before it was really just UND in the offensive zone and then clears that went on net for Siena. This time around, both teams have offensive pressure at this point in time.
Yeah, that really has been the difference. Has been demolitions the past minute or so. We saw a little bit of that in game one. Jobster coming up to it, but that's a fantastic job from Allure here, popping this one out. Buddy Bowler down bottom, but Six there with a huge clear.
3 minutes left on this clock. Plenty of time to tie up this game or to bring it to 2-0. As Six just tried their stop by Zoom Gamer. As that ball goes on net, great save by Rathskeller. And already back and forth, a lot of action being done in these two games so far, despite the low amount of scoring.
Play, low amount of scoring, but not for lack of trying, right? Halftime now. This is UND still on the offense. We'll take a look at those offensive shot opportunities and the shot attempts on goal here in a bit. Ooh, nasty back and forth right there. Allure kind of like hitting a teammate, but this was a huge shanking play to this corner, so really no harm, no foul on that one. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Rathskeller down bottom. That's going to be Allure. Solid shot up. Jobster. Defensive hand is forced. Zune Gamer almost getting a hand on top of this one. Not going to happen so easily, though.
Oh, that's a nice opportunity. Oh, man. The floor pinches are so deadly in this game, and he got one. It was just off the net, and that's been UND's only problem so far. Getting the ball on net. They've had so much offensive pressure, and they've had really good opportunities. they've just not been on net. That's really the saddest thing about all of this, is that we've got once again another 1-0 early lead for Siena, and then they struggle to get back into the offensive zone. And when they do, their chances are stopped by UND, and then UND can come back, make a great offensive
Ooh.
play, but Jobster, oh, he makes me eat my words right there as he gets the ball cleared out of his own zone and does it all himself. Great little pop up off the floor there, and Euler just a little bit too low.
Yeah, that's 6 shot attempts total for University of North Dakota. So once again, they have had the opportunities. It may just be about more so those second shots than the first. Back on over to it. Jobster up. Jobster gets a hit on it again. And this University of North Dakota squad gets denied, what, like thrice in the past minute?
Yeah, definitely UND have been stopped at the door, right? And it's really close to the goal line each and every time. They're really tantalizingly close. They're knocking on the door, they're just not opening it. It seems.
Yeah. The address right. Stamps on. There you go. Student Gamer run in, but again, Jobster denies. As much as we're lauding the University of North Dakota's offensive opportunities and pushes here, gotta give it up to Siena College. Whoa, what a pinch, and that's a bounce! And they, oh my god, side failed. Once again, side post right here, gonna show up the fourth player, the side of University of North Dakota. This actually kind of keeps it realistic as well. 2 scores in 22 seconds, especially with how University of North Dakota's been playing. I'd love to see it. As long as they get it with the second left, at least have a volleyball opportunity at the end. That's a decent trajectory. Now that's going to be easily popped up. Yeah, it just wasn't going fast enough velocity-wise to have gotten at that. Good angle again. Bloody Buller trying to cover this one up down bottom, but not gonna matter. Another honest shot attempt. Zune Gamer playing for 6 on that one, and that's going to be the second now. Performance for the side of the University of North Dakota. Again, not for lack of trying, though. We end with 9 shot attempts for North Dakota.
North Dakota looked much better on the offense and defense this game. And yet, despite that fact, they let in an extra goal. And again, they just don't score. They got shut out 2 games in a row here. And it's not from the lack of trying. I think it's really the lack of execution, though. Sadly, they've just not found the execution necessary to get the goals in. They're just missing their shots when it matters the most, right? They've got the nail in place, right? And they're just missing the hammer.
I hear you. I hear you. 7 saves for Siena again. I don't think this can really be understated, QDC. Like, North Dakota, 9 shot attempts on, so 2 of them just don't naturally, get the saves in there. But also the simple fact is this is as spread out as it can get, right?
Yeah.
That's 7 total, 3 for Jobster, 2 for 6, 2 for Rathskeller. What that tells me, QDC, is that everybody on this team was able to come forth and get a defensive opportunity when it came their way, a defensive opportunity. They really swung away at it and obviously did not let anything in. That is 10 minutes now that the University of North Dakota, even though they have plenty of time, plenty of offensive opportunities, and the shots are honestly looking great. It
Mhm.
is just mathematically 10 minutes now. The University of North Dakota has not put up a single score.
Again, I'll say it again, right? Knocking on the door, but just not opening. It's unlocked, right? There's been opportunities for them to just put this one in, right? To just open that door. They've not done so. They just keep knocking at it and trying to be. Is it trying to be cute, or is it just not being able to finish? What's the biggest issue in your opinion here?
I think if they are able to, it's been the clears really. It's like again, this the problem is not the University of North Dakota's offensive.
Right.
What they what, the most important part of this game really is right now is this break in between game 2 and 3 after you saw UND have a markedly better performance even though it didn't show up on the scoreboard. At the end of the day, Siena College is simply getting these clears out there towards the end. I literally feel like the second game was closer than the first, even though
Yeah.
again game 1-0-1 for Siena, game 2-0-2 for Siena. I think that if this is a North Dakota squad that's able to pass the ball around a little bit more in their offensive third, the other side in Siena College's part of the pitch, then this will be a different story. They'll put up not just one, but multiple shots and then into goal on this and then push this to a little bit of extra Rocket League. Again, really, really don't want to see a 3-0 swipe. especially against a team that just simply has as many losses as UND right now. Even though, again, credit where it's due, they have played some very, very tough teams already.
How sad would it be if they can't score a goal in this entire series? I mean, with the amount of pressure they've put on, there you go. That has it? No, it doesn't.
I mean, Siena's just playing a solo player back. Like that.
Yeah.
That's been loads of different. I mean, this is a Siena College squad that just simply realizes the value there, right?
Hmm.
This is definitely communications and whatnot, and the simple fact that I mean they're literally just playing that 10% better or whatever, right? There's only 3 scores across 2 games. There isn't no blowout situations right here. There's a decent pass. Noon Gamer has to shank this one to the right side to keep it away from Siena College members for right now. Routhskeller, no more boost in the tank as this one drops right and low. Up to it, Buddy Buller. There's the hit, and that's going to be the University of North Dakota not just scoring here at QDC, but taking the lead for the first time in this matchup. And in Game 3, the best of 5 here, meaning that they are on match point.
Yeah, they need the reverse sweep here, and I mean, with how they've been playing, if they continue to play like that, right, as long as they can finish off their opportunities like they just did there, where another great opportunity presented itself, and finally it's put in, and 2 tackles happened here on the defensive side. Buddy Bowler doing a great job there of doing some tackling, but again, just not in the net. And on the other side, you see some great tackle and demo work on both ends, and it's come at a great advantage for both offenses.
Really is. Really is. Zoom Gamer hit to this right side, an attempted flip action, but still a great job on the secondary. That's a pinch, though. Rathskeller trying. Allure barely gets here in the nick of time and blocks this one away. Allure actually comboing on the others, so this ball really only spins an honest 12 seconds, maybe, on the side of the University of North Dakota's defensive third. 6 back to this one. Got plenty of boost to get something done. Zoom Gamer has been all over this ball the past 30 seconds or so. QDC, let's see if they can turn it into something more.
I honestly wish to see more, right? I want to see a tight game. How long do you think this game would last, or game 1 would have lasted, right, had we gone to overtime, right? Because at this point, there's always one early goal in all 3 games so far, and then stalemate, right? Deadlock for the entire time. If we had overtime in this game number 3, I think it would be very exciting to see how long it would last, because it could be one of the longest EGF matches at this point because of how good the defenses have been on both sides and the offenses have been on both sides, I would say.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Siena College hit that overtime situation now at halftime. Obviously got to score at least once. UND not backing down on the offensive pressure right now. Double commit defensive-wise from Siena College. That's not really characteristic of the defense we've seen there so far. Buddy Bowler keeping the offensive pressure alive, but much more spread out. Not gonna matter. No, Jobster barely getting down to this one. And everybody kind of takes this because I think everybody thought that one was going in. Jobster, huge clear after the defensive stop, finds a demo as well. Routhskeller back to the middle, bounces this one off the ceiling. Buddy Bowler says no go. Another back and forth right here. Zoom Gamer keeping this one up. Now finds a demo at the end.
Oh,
That's
no.
a miss and a huge shanking play from the defensive third. Jobster did everything in the past 30 seconds right here, QDC.
And we go back to that save he made, because he did commit to the upper save, right? But then he went on the wall and drove straight down in desperation, like a goalie diving, right? In hockey or soccer, whatever, right? He full out extended himself and made that save with the tip of his hood, right? That was such a desperate save because he fully committed to the top save. And he and his teammate missed, and then went straight back down with enough boost in hand to be able to do so, and then gets that lucky clear that turns into the goal afterwards about 30 seconds later. So far, he's just been having such a good game. He's scored in all 3 games so far, and he's been making some class saves as well.
Definitely has. Back to the middle, hit to this right side. Allure trying to cover it up. Zoom Gamer brought this one to the middle. 6. Some fantastic handling between the stop and the juggle. Fantastic right there.
Very good indeed. 1 minute left on this clock, and look at that, we have a tie game.
They
Is
do.
it gonna stay
They
tight
do.
for long? Ooh, that was close. Very, very close. 45 seconds now. Ball is in the corner here as Siena goes on full offense at this point. This is their longest offensive try they've had so far this third game. And then
Mhm.
it's going to stay at around a 20-second attack. So their onslaughts when it comes to the offense has not really been there, right? It's not been a long, long onslaught, right? They can't really tire out UND on defense. And that's been a big story, right? They've gotten all the goals practically all game long, 80% of the goals so far this series. And yet despite that, they've rarely been in the offensive zone.
No, that's especially this third game right here. I'm with it. Overtime we go. About 5 seconds. Nobody takes another one right here. Volleyball situation at least initiated after. That's a pop up. That's a solid hit, but we do get the formal line up. I think some extra Rocket League here, QDC. Back to the middle. 6 tries. Jobster there. Jobster goes for a like kind of a fakie on this one. Just kind of wait to hit that one. Now a miss defensively. Hit over the kit. Oh my god, they barely get to Allure. I think Buddy Buller might have even gotten a tire onto that one as well. Get over the other side. Big shanking, lancing play onto the outside. That might have just set it up. 6 tries to get this one over, and Buddy Buller just plays the defender. Jobster reading this offensive jab from the right side. Blocks it away for right now. 6 for the demo, and this is a UND squad that's got to reset.
Definitely. I mean, listen, at this point, UND just trying to survive in this series, and it shows, right? The desperation is slightly showing at this point. They need to reverse sweep, and they definitely know it. They need to do everything, right? They need to throw everything, including the kitchen sink.
Yes, they do. Hit the right side, back to the middle. Once again, just the result of a bunch of bad angles here for UND. There's been so many honest shot attempts here that the angle-wise just don't land. Lost count.
I've lost count as well. Don't worry about it. It's over a minute in so far, and UND trying to beat Rathskeller there. Can't do so. Listen, this could go on for a very long time if both teams continue on this way, because both of them are having decent opportunities, but their defense has been so solid, right? Their defensive rotations on both sides have been so strong. Oh, but that demo could ruin it all. No, Zune is in position. The ball is way too wide. What am I talking about? What did I get hyped up for?
It's all good. It's all good. I love it. I mean, the demolition's coming out. It's easy to get excited, right? 100 seconds into this one, and perhaps a lot of the vim and vigor, right, that comes with these overtime situations, maybe gone a little bit. There's still honest shot attempts on goal here, but there's going back and forth so much. After 2 minutes, gotta hark back to what you said, right? Teams very evenly matched. You'll see a very long overtime. That's what we've seen so far here in this game 3.
Honestly, it could be 2-0 for UND right now. So it's just sadly they could not find the back of the net, and they still can't. Look at that, 7 minutes. After finding their first goal of the series, they still have not been able to find another one.
With half a game essentially being played in the overtime situation, this can technically go on forever. Allure, right side, Jobster covering it up. Get back down, some solid pressure against UND until Buddy Bowler has something to say about it and sends it down the lane. Other way right now, Ratska has been playing this back position many different times. Does again with full effect. 6. Rolling this one out. There's a single miss. Not going to miss twice, though, for Zoom Game.
I've seen games that go over 8 minutes in overtime, but don't worry, because RLCS has had 20-minute overtime games. And, oh, we're not going to see one, but we are going to see game number 4. Euler puts it in. Buddy Bowler off the back wall. Great little shot there.
I think that's it's Uller, U-H-L-I-R.
Sorry,
But yeah,
my bad.
no, all good, all good. Nice comeback here. I love it. I love it. 2-1 victory here for the University of North Dakota in overtime as well. Plenty of it. Taking it to the numbers right here. I did not anticipate this one coming out. Gamers, Zoom Gamer, 0 shot attempts, 0 goals. Everything was done right here between Buddy Bowler and Allure. Got an
Yeah.
assist right there, but no assists or no shot attempts. Honestly, of their own. I did not anticipate that stat line at the end of this one.
But don't forget, right? That means that he's done so much more on the back end, right? Because there are a lot of stats that give points, right? Such as
Mhm.
ball clears, ball centers, and all that nice little jazz. And obviously, if you're doing those points, right? If you're getting those points, you're doing a good job overall. 319 points when you have no shots on net, no goals, 1 assist, and 2 saves. That's 150 points. So, I mean, that's 169 that he got by just playing the game, right?
Yep.
And that's some great defensive play, and to know that he nearly got 200 points just based off of playing, getting some clears, getting the ball centered for his teammates, right?
Mhm.
And that's what you need for team play. Even if you don't have a shot on net, even if you don't score, right? You just need to hit that ball with purpose and hit it in areas where it's dangerous for the other team.
And just play with purpose. Playing with purpose. Back on over to this middle area here. Up, Buddy Bowler popping this one to the left side. The hit down. Oh, some offensive pressure here. Love to see it. UND getting this one going early already. Now that's Zoom Gamer on this left side. And at 4 minutes and 41 seconds, I think. Yeah, that's going to be... Yeah, sorry. Let's go. There we go. Here we go. Back to it. Buddy Bowler in this middle area. Pop down. Jobster. Solid hit. Zoom Gamer, that's going to be University of North Dakota that has really learned the value of playing that player back, right? I mean, they lost the goal in game 1, I believe, to a really, really big shanking play. And then now they're getting the defense done in every way, shape, and form.
Yep, agreed. 4:10 left on this clock, and look at 6 trying to put it in. No, he can't. This is the first time, game number 4, that we see a game where there's no goal in the first minute.
It's happened yet again. Shot down. Nope. Once again, Zoom Gamer and the rest able to coordinate down here and get this one done. 6 covering it up from this left side, trying to answer down bottom, and a hit to the middle. Buddy Bowler dashing into this one. A second hit right here. Gets past 1, gets past 2. Alert gets another hit on it. And still not going to matter.
I mean, there's a reason why hockey goalies are called the biggest maniacs, right? They talk to their goalposts, and there's a reason why, right? Because these guys do so much. They are the 4th player for a reason, and they make saves for you that you would never be able to do yourself, right? The goalposts are just so rigid, so how can I say this?
Unforgiving.
Unforgiving. Exactly. You missed by 1 angle. Oh, too bad. I stopped it, right? And sometimes you can fully just be in front of the ball and it'll go through you, right? But the post, never. Never, ever, ever.
Post is always there. Solid constant in the world. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. That's Allure striking first here for the side of the University of North Dakota. They have won when they have taken the lead here. And there really haven't been a whole lot of... actually, I guess there have been 0 lead changes, right?
Yeah.
Because UND takes a lead and then ties. You know, no actual lead change, then takes it in overtime. Didn't score whatsoever games 1 and 2, so Siena College there. So, yeah, 0 lead changes so far in series. That's not a common stat line, right?
No, definitely not, especially after 20 minutes of play, right? Normally you have multiple lead changes, but so far, because of the low scoring, right? It's caused to see a lot of 1-goal games, and whoever scores first wins it normally. That's what we saw all series long, but 6 here wants to break that narrative. Nice little 50 there, pinches off into the corner, back towards the front. 6 puts it in. That's his second of the series. 2:23 left. We're halfway through this game.
Well, speaking of series so far, here's another one for you guys. Not counting this game, 6 total scores across 3. Counting this game, that's 8 across 4. Some crazy low numbers showing up in here. It's some, yeah, really this. I'm providing these for you to kind of paint the picture of just how close this matchup is. A 7-4 Siena College in the right and the orange, and a 1-8 Green University of North Dakota in the left.
I do want to say, though, that it's gone up in increasing order, right? Game number 1, you've had 1 goal. Game number 2, 2 goals. Game number 3, 3 goals. So I'm expecting a 3-1 game. I don't know towards who, I'm expecting a 3-1 game to have 4 total goals in this one.
Predictions and more. But I called the line at 3-0 or 3-1 right now. UND is staring down the barrel of a tied-up game. A lot of pressure right now. Buddy Bowler
Oh,
absolutely walking the dog right now, but as may have been characteristic, as may be called characteristic in this series so far, University of North Dakota offensive pressure is there and some fantastic like wet work, like really boots on the ground stuff. But
yeah.
then there is nobody else. There's no teammates to go forth and then put up anything else to kind of pick something up, get another shot attempt of their own to get a good block and roll like just like that, literally right there, right? Where's the rest of the UND players? I understand one has to be playing back in the case of these big lancing plays from the other side of the pitch we've seen have scored so many times so far in the series. But at the end of the day, you got to have a second offender there.
True, and their
Oh
rotations have
my
been so
God.
good, though. They've been so solid, so strong, and with 30 seconds left, Six puts it in. He gets tackled there, despite that fact he had enough boost to go up, and Zune okay? Is he DC'd? Hopefully not. No, he's not. He was just standing in the net, though, and that's kind of like no man's land territory. That's not where you want to be. Oh, no! Right off of the kickoff! 30 seconds left. The game's tied right off of that kickoff. Oh, wow. Well, there's your 4 goals, but we're going to get a 5th one at minimum.
Yeah,
So it's not going
guaranteed
to
a
follow.
fifth. Guaranteed a fifth. I like the Mustang there at the end. 30 seconds into this one before we actually hit an overtime, but we're guaranteed at least one more goal here. If it's for UND, we have seen the tying factor and pretty much we'll push it on to a game number 5.
Let's see it. What will happen? 20 seconds left before overtime starts, unless someone scores here, which would be extremely surprising with how tight both of these defenses are. With the 2 goals they've already let in this minute, how could they let another one in? As this one's really close to the UND net, they're going to clear it out. Again, they need the reverse sweep. They won game number 3 really closely, but as we head into overtime for game number 4 here, if the ball ever hits this ground, unless it goes into the net, I mean, it could go on forever at the 0-second point. It's still up in the air. The shot's on net. Great save by Rathskiller. It's towards the center. No one's there. So, overtime for game number 4. And we could have a 2-2 series.
We could definitely. It's either going to end right here at a 2-2 scoreline or a 3-1 scoreline. Shot over. Zune Gamer blocks this one away and sends it flying. Buddy Bowler on top of this one for a couple seconds. Now Allure, solid shot attempt down bottom, but Siena doubles up on the defense, and just like that, UND keeps on this offensive pressure after only just one is back. Allure almost takes advantage of this one. Really close as well. Pop play up. Rathskeller reads this one easily, but Allure is there. Easy hit. Now using the backboard to rebound this one out. Zune Gamer is on ball. Buddy Bowler is on the defensive, and that's a shot up. Six rails it in on the bottom, and that's going to be Siena College pretty narrowly, we'll say. Pretty narrowly taking the 3-1 victory here. They've just spent, 4 minutes total in OT, or 3.5 minutes total, excuse me, in OT between the last game and then this one.
You know why he's called Six? Because he has 3 goals and 3 assists. 3 saves, sorry. He played so well. All around great play here, and he practically carried Siena to this win. Without him, right? Without him finishing the plays that he did, Rathskeller and Jobster were not there in game number 4 to do so, right? Jobster, this is the only game where he didn't score a goal. And
yeah, it really was.
Six,
Jobster was doing everything earlier, right? Like that's a very, very good point here. Jobster previously was just getting a whole lot more done. Now Zune Gamer's second game, 0 shots, 0 goals, and the second game, both of these games, of course, being overtime situations and whatnot. So
yeah.
UND doing a very, very good job. Again, in a game that numerically they were the underdogs coming into. This
Yeah.
is incredibly close.
Oh,
Incredibly close.
numerically, they were the
As
underdogs, but I think they actually played better.
oh yeah,
Honestly, they
they did.
lost, but they
They
played
did.
better.
Yeah.
I think they fully deserve to win to win that series, and it's heartbreaking that they're now 1-9 because they, man,
Yeah, no,
that's
I hear you. It's not a 1-9 team necessarily.
right. No.
And